Welcome to Salazar Nation. This is Frank, and I got some news. Stuff has been happening. Uh, First off, and I talked about this on Instagram and Facebook, but I was recently in a little accident. I'm fine. It was it was my error, but you know, got out of a moving car, and it's got a little scraped up. It's actually a lot better. It's healing a lot better. Uh, but what happened? My glasses broke. I think I have the other lens here. Whatever. I mean, it's broken glasses. I am in the process of getting a new pair or a couple of pairs. I have and I need to get an eye exam. So I have an appointment in 2 days, and as soon as I get that prescription, there's uh, right next to them, same building. It's the eyeglass places there, so I can just take it to them, and I'll get some new glasses. In the meantime, I'm like this, so I probably won't be streaming for for a while. And when I do my videos, I'm not gonna wear these, just except for this one. Thought, you know what, I just might as well just talk about it. Yeah, there's people on Facebook and Instagram that are very concerned, and thank you for your concern. Let me see if I can show the back of my head. So it's healed up. It used to be like this. I don't know if you could see that, but it used to be like a loud red. It was a road rash. Got a little tiny scrapes and cuts, but that'll heal up as well. But yeah, so I just want to update people on that. And yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, so today, tonight actually was one of our conference nights. The second to last conference nights. Tomorrow will be the last conference day and night. But I was going to go. I did miss my ride. They got here just a little earlier than usual, and they didn't call, but they sent a text message. I was getting ready, so I didn't hear the text, and then they left. So because of that, and I just didn't want to stay home, and I knew there was something else going on today at the library. There's actually a poetry night. It was more like for April is poetry month, which I didn't know. So it was more for like a poetry appreciation. So they're gonna do it like once a year. That's gonna be like a yearly thing. At least that's what they're planning. I think this was like the first one in I don't know if they've had any beforehand, but I know that they stopped events that they were having like that for a while because of apparently there's a pandemic. uh, but that's good. I went there. I was like, you know what, I'll go check it out. I did see there was open mic, and when I did see the little ad for the poster for it the last time I was there for the Toastmasters, I was like, oh wow, like a poetry night. That's pretty cool. And then I checked the day, like, oh well, I can't go. But so hey, actually I'm able to go, and I'd see like people you would register if you wanted to read something, and apparently it wasn't just poetry. I thought it was gonna be mostly or like mainly poetry, but people were reading excerpts uh, of stories and short stories and excerpts from like their favorite books. Uh, so I was like, well, I didn't register, but I did see it was open mic. So like, well, I'll go. I do have a poem which I've talked about for it's a poem that I wrote for Anna for her birthday, and a while back I did ask her if it was okay if it's like if I read that on and post it up. So she's like, yeah. And I knew she wasn't gonna have a problem with it, just because it's something I made specifically for her. So I took it, I read it. I don't know if people liked it. They liked that I went up there, but um, and I was like, and if it, that's what I had prepared, and uh, there's another poem that I haven't written, but I have part of it just brewing up here, so I'm gonna write that down. Uh, and I didn't really like have anything else, so I went up there when it was the open mic section, so I just introduced myself and I read that and okay, so people, I think they just like that I stepped up. No one's anything about the poem itself, so like I don't know, but that's cool. What did happen? I was talking to a few people who went up there and talked and read stories and poetry and how local artists and local writers and artists. One of the person that was not in charge but had a part of it or a part in it. Uh, he runs the local community play or theater group, and we were talking afterwards, and he's like, "Hey, yeah," he made an open call on there. They're gonna be doing a the an adaptation of was it the Wonderful Ice Cream Suit, which is a movie I saw with Edward James almost a while back, and I liked it. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I think I'll like check it out again, see if it stands up. But they're doing a play version of it, and they're looking for the anyone can audition. So so it's good. And I just wanted to go say hi to the guy. I like some of the stuff that he was saying. I actually had met him once before, and I knew he knows uh, one of the ladies from the Toastmasters. So I was like, hey, so I went to say hi. Like, hey, you know this person, I know that person, and he's like offering, hey, come out and audition. So like you only have to have acting skills. So like, oh, okay. Like I wasn't planning on it, but I actually do like that movie and like, like, like I know it was a play and like I guess they adapted into a play or wrote a version of it into a play, but so like, all right, I'm gonna check that out. I am not an actor, and I'm hoping that well, I know by then I'll have better glasses, so I'll be like this. It was a little embarrassing just walking around like this. So we were like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Like, okay. And I was also talking to some of the other authors and writers, and there's this young guy, might be in his 20s. I'm not sure. he has a story published on his WordPress site, and he's working on another story. And he read an excerpt of that. Uh, so I connected with him. Uh, so check out his site. Connected with the theater guy. One of the people from the library that put this together. Uh, she read from one of her favorite books. It's a children's book, but it was really like it was a good story. Like it wasn't like not as anything wrong with that, but it wasn't like Dr. Seuss or it was a nice story about. It might have been like based on the author's life, but this boy kind of like learned to be a migrant worker. So a lot of it's like local culture and stuff like that. So that's what I enjoyed listening to stuff like that. But she had said that in the library they host like they have a big room. It's called the North Star room, where if you have a club, you can use it, or you can start a club. And she's saying like, maybe someone will start a writers club or a writing classes or something like that. And I was like thinking like, well, I don't know about writing classes, but I mean that would be great. But I don't know about me starting writing classes or teaching writing. But a club for writers that would be cool. So I was talking to her about it and expressed interest in it. Apparently she was like dropping seeds. It's something that they want to do already. So like, oh, okay, so it's in the process. They're kind of like putting out feelers. So we were talking about that. So I connected with her, and so it probably will be July, July or September if they get something together. But I'm gonna keep myself posted, and that would be cool. We were talking about like, ideas on how to do it, and so that's something. It got it's I've been looking into writing and watching some free webinars, and I bought a 3 course bundle on Domestica thanks to Didi on writing and creative writing, and so I've been listening, watching the videos and listening and doing the practices. So, but like, yeah, I want to write a book, and not just like a comic book. I still love comics. I'm still gonna do that, but I want to write a book. I want to write something a little bit more personal, something more about my culture, or just growing up Hispanic, or just a little bit of my life story, and just certain parts of my life. Or so, that would be interesting. If I can connect with other writers. Um, I don't know if I would call myself a writer yet, but hey, I did read my poem tonight. Am I a poet? Am I officially a poet? I don't know. I'll probably write more. But I'm excited. It's just confirming a lot of things. Like yeah, I want to get more involved in the writing part and still drawing. And I was showing my comic. No buyers. I had 2 copies left. No buyers. I even lowered the price on Etsy. So, but because one guy might, he's like, I thought like, well, check it out. Here it is. So he might go look at it. So, yeah, but people were like looking and reading it. I was like, well, don't read the whole story. uh, but I was talking to the lady that put everything together, and told her like, yeah, I'm a comic creator, illustrator. I have some stories published in some anthologies, which are now out of print or like out of circulation. But you're saying like, oh, if you have some of your comics, you can you know bring one and see maybe we can have be able to like put them in library circulation, so people can actually check it out. And so like, well, I like you can no longer find them unless like you like find like specific people that were in and still have copies. You can't get them. Um, it's like you do that, but I have my own personal copy of each anthology I was in. It's from my personal collection, so I have no more. But what I can do, I will bring them and show them to you, and if you can put them in the library, I will donate them. Which is like, those some were my first. Like I don't even have extra copies anymore. But hey, to have my stuff in the local library, and some kid can be like, "Oh, what's this?" and read each other stuff, and then this Captain Courage guy. But I did say what I would like to do, and I've talked about this before. Uh, I have those stories, like my stories, so it's just collecting them, and I can put those up on KDP. There are some where they kind of like there's gonna be more to it, so I do want to write some more extra pages or my story, some stories that kind of connect a few things, or but so that I can put on Amazon or Lulu or a print on demand place where people can just go on there and if I want to buy copies, then I could, because you can suggest, and this is stuff like we're just talking right now, we're we're just spitballing, but like, oh, if you have books, you can talk to the kids and talk to people and show the books and like, well, right now I can't do that because I don't have extra books, but if I do that with a KDP or print on demand, I will have books to sell, and like they can check out the anthology, but they won't be able to get their own. But like, oh, I like, oh, you have stories in here. You have some of these are your stories. One of these is your story or something. Oh, you can get it in this book, and that book will also be there. Now it's still like nothing's set in stone. Nothing. I mean, it might not happen, but man, it's just exciting. I, I could have my stuff there. Uh, so I don't know, and so it's just it gives me hope, and yeah, do some writing. So yeah, I didn't get to go to the this night of conference night. Um, there's still tomorrow, so but and I was there for most of the nights before. But hey, I wouldn't compare it to that. But this was a pretty good night. Yeah, I went to a poetry. I just think and listening and all right. And while I was there, I was just working on some art and some sketches. Finish. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's right here. So I did take my comics. The Captain Goggles, and one guy was reading it, or two guys were reading it. I have two copies left. They're up on Etsy. Um, come Monday, I mean not Monday. Come May, somewhere in May, either May 1st or the first week of May. These will be automatically unlisted from Etsy. So if there's at least one left over, then I can maybe donate one of these. But probably be this one. But we'll see. I mean, if not, I still plan on having this one put up on KDP. That's actually what I'm waiting for these to sell out. So there might be a buyer. So, and after that, if one gets sold, if one doesn't get sold, it's fine. It's not going to be on Etsy. Then I can sell it locally or something. But or donate to the library. But yeah, I was finishing up this sketch. Yeah, and I left like I didn't fill in the arms and all that. So I was finishing inking this. So I was doing that, or that's done. This one has already been done. So all these other weightiness. So if someone orders them, I'll write a note. But and I took my notebook where I had done these sketches in pencil, so I inked them today, and I did that at the library. So I got some stuff done. I got the poem here, so I had it written down for part of a speech I had given a while back. It's the audio is up on. It's in my unlisted videos, but I put links to that. I'll put links in the description here. I think it was Setbacks. Yeah. Let's see. So I just rewrote it. Just wrote it here. So when I went up there, I had it. Now I didn't have to flip the pages. Yeah, that wasn't like recorded or anything, but that would have been cool to get a picture of me up there. But I was happy I got to read it, and afterwards, like someone said, like you should show your books, your stuff, your other art, your artwork. Yeah, I wasn't really planning on on it, so like and I didn't really know what I could share because I thought it was just poetry, but apparently you could share your writing. So I think like I could have just taken up the comic and read it. Captain Goggles. Hey, I need help with my goggles. Could have had a dramatic reading of my comic. Yeah, next time. Yeah, they were like giving out books. Like, oh, we got some books. I guess just to get you into like reading. But, picked up the Chocolate War, which I read before. Actually, I think I checked it out at the library once. It wasn't this copy, but I saw they had it. Oh, I want this book. And also Breakfast at Tiffany. All right. So they had those free. was just like different types of books. It wasn't like a whole bunch of those. But there's another one. I think I left at the table. I think it was something with Morty. Dinner with Morty or Weekend at Morty's. No, that's Weekend at Bernie's. I think it was like Dinner with Morty. uh, but yeah, got some books. Read my poem. There might be a writers club starting in a few months. Let's see, we're in April, May, June, July, September. So 3 to 5 months. So there is, that'll be cool. um, might be auditioning for a play that uh, in next week. The play will be in July, I think, and they said it's gonna take commitment. So I won't be disappointed if I don't get a role. Uh, if there's like a small role, because but I'm gonna try it. Like even if I don't get a role, I was like, oh, it'll be cool just to try it out, say I did it. But apparently, you can also be an understudy. So, okay. So even if I don't get used, I'll be there and learning and networking and you know, talking to people and maybe meet some more writers and storytellers or just artists. So oh, it is really good. And so the next time I do a video, I'll have new glasses. So yeah, today's got the appointment with the eye doctor. I actually have two appointments because I had to cancel one, and then they called and said, "Hey, you can reschedule." Like, but I had just rescheduled, or I had just gone on another one because I was trying out different places. Um, just because I was just like, I need glasses. That one, the appointment is next week. No, like I think like maybe like 10 days. So yeah, sometime next week. But this this other one is what's today? In 2 days. So yeah, not 3 days, 2 days. So okay, yeah, I think I'll go there. And as soon as they give me my prescription, I'll head on over to the eye glasses place, which is right there. So yeah, now I have new glasses, and hopefully they still have the frames that I picked out when I went to your day. But uh, when they said, "Yeah, you need your eye exam," like, oh, okay, okay. Thankfully, um, yeah, it's not that much, but yeah, that would be good. So yeah, I'll have new glasses. Um, I'm thinking of I might either do uh, like a blog of my writings. I do have a blog on Tumblr where I'll post like art and stuff, and I'll do like little blogs, but it's not like something I'm doing constantly. But I like if you check it out, it's not gonna be like just different write a lot of writings and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just like I was like, oh, I drew this, I'm working on this, but uh, I'm working on putting more blogs and just being a little bit more personal and talking about some different things, and so uh, I'll I need to do. new blog entry. But I do have a blog that I registered for it. Actually, I signed up for. I have an account like on Blogger, but I have like there's nothing there. So maybe using that to put up my poetry and stories. Like what this writer said, like, oh, I have a WordPress site. Um, Thing is, I don't really know that much about sites, about making sites, um, where you have to like kind of build it up by hand. I know there's some templates. Um, and I did want to do something like that with like people can just go there and oh I have link it to a store, but I think like to do that it might cost or something. I don't know, but I think having something where it's just my writings and and doing that. I used to have that back in the day on Angel Fire. Uh, so I had written quite a few stories, and they're gone. Those sites are gone. Like don't work anymore. And I was like, oh, and the physical copy, I don't have them anymore. And there's one that I wrote in email, and I will no longer have that email, but I'm no longer in the contacts with the person who I sent it to. But that was a pretty interesting. I still remember a lot of it, so I think some of these I might actually just rewrite. And I think I've talked about this before. Um, and as I'm writing, maybe it'll start coming back. But I remember that one. I remember that story. It was at the core of it was about discrimination, and but it was cats and dogs. So it was a society of cats, like a cat village, and this family moves in. It's a family of dogs, so and you would think it would be the dog that's like this bully, but he's actually the one that gets bullied for being different, for being a dog. He was a Rottweiler, and he meets this cat girl, and she befriends him, and they're looked down upon. Oh, this is just coming back as I'm bringing it. I did put a Forrest Gump line in there, so I'll to change that. But well, it's kind of ambiguous. So it's like can't sit here. Anyways, yeah, man, I'm gonna work on some stories. I'm excited and grateful. A little embarrassed. It was dumb. Got a moving car. I did a 2 minute speech on it, and I will be posting that up uh, in the description. It's gonna be the speeches I've given that I've recorded, and that will be the latest one. So, and I'm on my art channel. I'm gonna be doing another video. I have another video that I'm just working on some stuff, working on the art part. But you in that speech I mentioned something, and that's the video I'm working on. So, so there's gonna be. I'll probably talk a little bit more about it there, about the actual accident, or maybe just talk about. I will say, like, I don't want it to turn into like this sob story, because it was just, I just did something stupid. But I'm excited, and I had coffee. It's kicking in. This has been Frank Salazar for Salazar Art Nation. Hope you liked this video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Check out the speeches if you haven't seen them yet, or not seen them, but listened to them yet. And no, no, but yeah, I'm just excited. I just wanted to share it. And thanks to my viewers, commenters, friends. Uh, yeah, your friendship and viewership, it means something to me.